Hello, this is the Florida Fishing Dude, founder of Florida's Custom Flies. Today I'm going to show you how to make a clouser, a very simple but yet pretty much the most effective fly there is. It's used for pretty much every species of fish. I mean anything that's mid-water that loves like snook, redfish, trout, anything that eats a bait fish will eat this. And it's mainly for getting it down toward the bottom or toward middle reaches of water, and it's a very good fly. You can use them for, I've caught bass off of these too, big bass too. Like I actually just finished a deceiver, which is the other good one. This is Lefty's deceiver, brown with an orange belly. Now Fishing for Food 1, his video with I'm sponsoring him, and his flies, he caught some nice bass off of them. He has 2 videos now, and with my flies in them, and he caught 10 bass in one outing with them, so they work. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make a clouser. What I've started out with first is just getting the hook and wrapping it in brown wax nylon. So I got that in my nice vise. So what I'm gonna use, you can normally people use deer tail. Now deer tail's okay. I don't prefer it only unless I'm trying to get something that floats or doesn't sink that far. But if I want it to sink, and if I want it to be moderate in the water, I use kiptail. Kiptail is a kind of fox. I'm pretty sure it's a kind of fox. I got this at Bill Jackson's. This is the tip of it. It comes in this big package, but I got this at Bill Jackson's. So what I'm gonna do is take a tuft of it, not too much. This one's going to be a fairly large one. Cut that off. I got the tuft of it in my hand like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it near the front of the hook. Not too far, not too close to the front, probably a few centimeters away from the front of the hook. And also when you tie in kiptail, it doesn't bunch up like deer tail. Deer tail, what it'll do is when you wrap it and tie it down a couple times, it poops up. But as you can see here, it stays relatively flat on the hook. Just wrap that down. Make sure it's down, and that's nice and on there. I'll do the belly now. The belly, I do. I have this kiptail. I've used most of the hair on this, so there won't be that much. There's some near the tip, which that'll work. There's also some, I'm going to have to use it near the tip because there's none that's long enough anywhere else. So I'll go get some of this kiptail that's near the tip. Go and cut this off. It's a little curly on this white one, so that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, just do the same thing. Tie it down. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, just make sure that's evenly spaced up with the hook. Have some white on the belly. And what I'll do is I'll flip it back over. And I'll put the eye on there. And now what I'm going to use, these eyes are really cool. This one will be a large one, so I need some bigger eyes. This one will be closer to the bottom. And what I'm going to do, get these. They're called real eyes. They have recessed eyes. What happens is, I don't know if you can see this or not, there's a little groove in there. You can barely see it. There's a little groove in here, and what happens is that there's these eyes they're holographic eyes. These are the coolest things ever. You put them inside there, and it makes it look so real. Or the eyes look real, at least. So get it and put it pretty close to the front. Now I want this to be, just wrap it around the shank of the hook a few times. Get it nice and tight on there. Try to make it as even as you can. Go to the other side. Make some tight wraps, and it'll even itself out. Because you want that eye to be pretty centered on there. Pretty much centered here. Just a little bit more. A few more wraps. Make it nice and tight on there. Nice and tight. And I won't tie it off completely. I'll just put a couple of knots in there. There we go, those knots in there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some deer tail, or some deer on the bottom. I got this. It's white. This is nothing is done to this deer tail. It's right off the hide. My friend Captain Mike Heingardner is a boat captain out here in the Tampa Bay area. He does tarpon charters and he also hunts. Great guide. If you want to go tarpon fishing here in Tampa Bay, he's the guy to go to. So that's Captain Mike Heingardner. And just cut some of that deer tail off. And if there's a little bit of brown in here, that's okay. Got that white deer tail. Put this baby over. Trim it a bit. Now this is my way of tying it. Not all people tie it this way. This is what I found out works for me really well. So tie that on the underbelly. Beautiful. There we go. There we go. Close up of that. So I just finished that. The underbelly. Nice. It's almost done. Almost done. Now, flip it over. I'm going to put some flash in here. This is called peacock pearl. Very nice flash. Get one strand of that. With the clouser, you don't want too much flash. Most people don't use flash, but it really works. Works for me, at least. Cut that strand in half. What you want to do. Wrap it around a couple of times. Now, since it's going off you can see it's going off to the front like that. What you don't want to do. There we go. Grab it and bring it around the side and put each side off to the side here so it's even on both sides. So there's two strands on each side and just tie it down. There we go. And that's pretty much it. Now I can just use a little bit more kip tail on the top to make it nice and full. Make it nice and full up here. That is a nice clouser. Nice and full. Tie it off. And I'll use some glue in a little bit, but this glue is super strong and it smells. It's not good to inhale, so I'll have to do it outside. But I'll put the eyes in real quick so you can see what they look like. But you can visit my website at www.floridascustomflies.webs.com. I'll trim this up a little bit. Now, if you want clousers or any fly that's saltwater or bass, you want them to look like that nice, very cheap, sell this for $1. $1 for a clouser. That's cheap. Hey, I just finished tying this clouser, and I'm gonna put the eyes on real quick. As I told you before, I got those holographic eyes, and they look really nice. But visit my website, as I said before. Also check out the people I'm sponsoring. Catfishing for Life. He catches some nice catfish up in Indiana. Check him out. And also, Fishing for Food 1. He has some good videos. He knows how to fish. And if you want some nice YouTube videos of people fishing, just having fun, catching nice fish, look on both those sites on YouTube and my site, Florida Fishing Dude. I don't have much up yet, but it'll be bigger. So showing you what these eyes look like when they're on here real quick. Just push this in there. There we go. Look how nice those eyes look. Holographic eyes. They shimmer in the water. Alright, this is Clouser Minnow. Good luck, tight lines, and visit my site. Subscribe.